And we are back. Pokemon X Hardcore Nuzlocke. We have made it to the second Elite Four member here. It's going to be Steel types this time around, and I don't really think we have a perfect answer for all four of them, but just some of them have incredibly good typings, and two of them have some of the best defenses that we've ever seen here. So with that being said, I am actually going to run the Stunfisk first, and then hopefully get as many Pokemon with Stunfisk as I can, and then basically just wiggle around from there and do whatever it is we need to do. I think Crustle could be good as well, our Scuttle, but it is Rock type, so it is weak to Steel, and they all have Steel type moves hitting for stab damage. So not the greatest matchups here, but I do think Stunfisk can take out at least two of them before having to swap out, hopefully. So if we can dance around some critical hits here and just get some really good damage down, I think that'll really help the rest of the fight go well here. So, all right, really good move pool here. We're just going to go with the Earthquake, and we do have leftovers to make trading a lot better. So Torment comes down, so I don't think we're going to be able to just spam Earthquake. We're going to have to rotate around here a little bit. Really good damage. So Steel Fairy typing for Klefki here. It is going to, let's see here, it is going to get a full restore, I would presume. So we're actually going to hit it with a Scald as the full restore comes down. Potentially get a burn here, but really just trying to get Klefki's health bar in range for another Earthquake, and I have potentially failed to do that. Let's see, Spikes comes down, setting up for the swaps that I would like to do in the future, unfortunately. But this Earthquake potentially doesn't kill, but it does. All right, Stunfisk doing a fantastic job. The first one is down. Klefki, no real issue there. But the big boy Probopass comes down, and this one has such high special and physical defense. It's not even funny. So I do believe the Torment is still on, meaning we can't use Earthquake. Yep. So we cannot use Earthquake, but it is still 4 times to our fighting move here. So we're actually going to go into that. So we're going to use Revenge. Earth Power is going to hit for quite a chunk here, as it is super effective, but Stunfisk is very nice on the defensive end as well. Revenge comes down, hitting for massive damage, and Sturdy does not proc, but it does barely live, so it might as well have. So that's really good stuff. We cannot use Revenge again, I don't think, or is Torment gone? Okay, so Torment is still active, and if that hit for full health bar, then I'm pretty sure Earthquake will. So let's go ahead and go for the Scald, potentially getting the burn here again. But basically the same play. We're just trying to play around the Sturdy and play around the full restore range, and that does good damage. As defensive as Probopass is, it has 2 4 times weaknesses to fighting and ground, and we have both of those here. So Leftover's doing a good job of maintaining our health bar. We're going to eat this Earth Power. If we don't get crit, we're going to be fine here. And that is a lot of damage, but Stunfisk is here to play. And this potentially will finish the Probopass. So 2 down, 2 to go. That is exactly what I was hoping would happen from our Stunfisk here. Absolutely massive plays. So Stunfisk does not look excited, but I'm enjoying this. So Aegis Slash comes down, has a very good move pool, is very defensive, but can also get very offensive as well. So Earthquake is super effective. Revenge won't hit. Scald will hit for half, or neutral rather. And I believe Thunderbolt will hit for half because of the Steel typing. So Earthquake is the play. I'm just a little bit nervous of a potential like Shadow Claw crit. I do believe I am in crit range if it switches to its attack mode, but I'm going to roll the dice here and use Earthquake. I cannot because the Torment is still active, making this even more interesting. In that case, I do believe we're going to go for the Scald and potential burn and cut the damage in half. It's not going to do a ton of damage here. King Shield comes down, which is a fancy protect, but since we didn't use a physical move, we did not lose any stats there, and we get the leftovers. So not a bad swap there of moves, but it could use that again, and if it does get that proc there, we are in trouble. And I can't use Scald. I'm just going to lock in the Earthquake and see if we can do massive damage here. The Stance Change comes down. Aegislash is now in Blade form and is going to be doing massive damage. I need Stunfisk to hold on here, and it does. On top of that, the static procs, and Aegislash is now paralyzed, allowing us to go first here, and we don't even need to see it because Stunfisk takes the King's Blade and sends it to the afterlife here. Knightley coming in huge against this Elite Four member, and as much as I want to take the sweep here, I may need to swap out just in case Scizor does more damage than we can handle. Now, I do believe if we were in the green or maybe just a little bit more in the yellow, that Stunfisk could eat this potential Bullet Punch or something that's going to do quite a bit of physical damage here. Bug Steel is a phenomenal typing. It's only weak to, fire. It's 4 times weak to fire, and then it has no other weaknesses. So let's see here. What does it have? It has Bullet Punch, which is steel, and I am completely blanking on the rest of its moves here. It probably has a bug type move, which is great against those. I do not have a good answer here, but I also am not willing to lose Knightley. So it does have a steel type move. Bullet Punch will actually do a ton to Lapras. Let me go ahead and swap into Lapras. I won't die to a Bullet Punch, but it will probably do massive damage. But Lapras is incredibly tanky as well, so let's just kind of test the waters here. And I did forget about the spikes. X Scissor comes down. That would have been not very effective, and I do believe we would have lived that with our Stunfisk. So very unfortunate misplay there. I do believe the Bullet Punch will come down and connect. X Scissor did about 120 stab. I do believe Bullet Punch will do about the same, even though it's super effective. So I'm going to roll the dice and risk Lapras to get a lot of damage down with the Surf here. It did not use Bullet Punch, and we got it to half. X Scissor is not, unless it crits, we are going to be fine. But now we are in range to a Bullet Punch snipe. So what can I do here? I do not believe Ghost is effective. Ooh, okay. So I'm actually thinking of throwing out Idola here. And I gave him an item, so his acrobatics is not going to hit as hard. Iron Head does come down. It potentially doesn't have a Bullet Punch. I think it would have used it there. We misplayed again because Lapras could have been faster. But really, acrobatics might kill if I didn't give him the spell tag to boost ghost type moves. Ghost is going to be not very effective, I believe, because of the steel typing. So all I want is a Will-O-Wisp to connect and get the burn, and now whoever I send out next is going to be incredibly safe. Oh God, please tell me that burn held us off. Okay, so that burn cut Scissor's damage in half here, and what I am terrified of now is a full restore, getting rid of all of our hard work. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to lock in the Phantom Force play, let the burn tick, and then as long as he doesn't get a full restore, we should be fine here. Phantom Force comes down. We're going to dodge the attack. Night Slash misses. Burn comes down. As long as that's not in full restore range, we are going to walk away with the win here. Phantom Force connects, and it does enough damage. It was neutral damage after all. We are just fine. A little bit worried, a little bit scared, but we made it through. Super proud of the Stunfisk, an absolute MVP, and we make it through the second fight here without losing anybody. Feeling really good. The next battle will either be against the Dragons or against the Water Squad, so we will have to see which one is the one we should fight next. And other than that, I really appreciate your time, guys. Thank you so much. And I will catch you on the flip. Peace.